It is the capital of the world, as Napoleon once said. It is also the only paradise on earth described by poets. When it comes to this city, you might know about its unique position, spanning 2 continents. You might even yearn for the romantic beauty of the blue Turkish sky. But what you may not know is that this city is also home to the most cats in the world. This is Istanbul, a city steeped in ancient history, full of weight and solemnity, a place that bridges mountains and seas, embracing all that is diverse. In this video, let's explore this city that has a mysterious connection to us. Istanbul. Istanbul is the largest city in Turkey and the oldest capital in the world, having been a capital city for over 600 years, longer than Xi'an, the capital of 13 dynasties in China. For more than 1,700 years, it has served as the glorious imperial capital of the Roman, Byzantine, and Ottoman empires. It once bore the famous names of Byzantium and Constantinople. It is located on the border between the continents of Europe and Asia, with the Bosphorus Strait splitting the city in 2. The eastern shore is Asia, and the western shore is Europe. Thus, Istanbul is the only city in the world that spans 2 continents. If you think traveling from Asia to Europe is a long journey, the Bosphorus Bridge will change your perception. Thanks to this bridge, crossing from Asia to Europe takes less than 5 minutes. In total, there are 3 cross-sea bridges and 2 underwater tunnels in Istanbul that connect the continents of Asia and Europe. The European and Asian sides of the city each have their unique characteristics, complementing each other. Overall, the Asian side is the living center of Istanbul, home to many new residential developments and luxury villas, while the European side is the commercial hub. In fact, the European side is divided into 2 parts by the water barrier of the Golden Horn, with one side reflecting modernity and the other side buried in history. In the Old City, Roman ruins are scattered everywhere. Although they are now centuries-old remnants, the grandeur of the past is still faintly visible in the ruins. The standing column of Constantine and obelisks silently showcase the former glory and splendor amidst the devastation. This is the city's famous landmark, the Hagia Sophia. Above it, the round dome symbolizing Christ and the minarets of Islam together create a beautiful skyline unique to Istanbul, forming an architectural marvel. This masterpiece of Byzantine architecture was built in 532 AD under the orders of Emperor Justinian, with the labor of 10,000 workers and a cost of £320,000 of gold. Directly across from it is the Sultan Ahmed Mosque, also known as the Blue Mosque, completed in the early 17th century. It is the only mosque in the world with 6 minarets. Its walls are adorned with blue Turkish ceramic tiles, against a white background with rich decorative patterns, adding a dreamy and romantic feel beyond the religious devotion it inspires, earning it the name Blue Mosque. Time flows quietly, as the pinkish Hagia Sophia and the blue and white mosque gaze at each other from across the street, peacefully coexisting, without disturbing one another. They have become Istanbul's 2 signature landmarks. Buildings born of faith and power have become eternal classics in the secular world, as if to tell the world that even opposites can coexist, and different paths can ultimately lead to the same destination. The opulent Topkapi Palace is the lavish residence of the Ottoman sultans. For nearly 400 years, it was the center of Ottoman power, where 25 sultans ruled. The palace is paved with white marble, grand and luxurious. Today, it is the largest museum in Turkey, displaying numerous treasures of the Ottoman Empire and precious Islamic relics, offering us a glimpse into the opulence of the Ottoman court. If you think the charm of Istanbul lies only on the surface, the Basilica Cistern will show you its mysterious allure hidden underground. This underground reservoir, built in the 6th century during the Byzantine era, can store up to 100,000 tons of water. In case of war and water shortages, the cistern's water would serve as an emergency supply. One of the columns, known as the Weeping Column, bears watermarks that resemble the tears of the 7,000 slaves who built the cistern. It is said that residents once frequently heard mysterious water sounds from underground, and it wasn't until archaeologists uncovered the cistern in the 1960s that the truth was revealed. Here, the Gorgon Medusa is imprisoned. In Greek mythology, anyone who gazes into her eyes turns to stone. 2 Gorgon heads are placed here, one face down and the other sideways, with no clear explanation as to why, making it an unsolved mystery to this day. At noon, the Grand Bazaar becomes bustling with people, with calls of vendors echoing throughout. A bazaar, which means covered market in Arabic, was built during the Ottoman era to allow trade unaffected by the weather. The Grand Bazaar in Istanbul is the largest and oldest bazaar in the world, with 65 streets and over 4,400 shops offering Turkish delights, ceramics, jewelry, carpets, and more. A visit to the Grand Bazaar not only offers an unforgettable shopping experience, but also gives you a taste of the authentic street life of the Turkish people in this historic part of the city. In this maze-like bazaar, many people struggle to decide what's worth buying. Is it the damask roses, Turkish tea, wool carpets, or hand-painted ceramics? Do any of these appeal to you? Feel free to share in the comments. From the old town to the new, the dust of history transforms into modern prosperity. The vibrant energy of life is palpable. Istiklal Avenue is the most famous commercial street in Istanbul, named in honor of Turkey's victory in the War of Independence. The street stretches 3 kilometers, with one end connected to the ancient Galata Tower and the other leading to the bustling Taksim Square. Lined with a blend of old churches, consulates, and classic architecture alongside modern shopping malls, bars, restaurants, and bookstores, the street has a unique charm. As you stroll along Istiklal Avenue, don't be surprised if a cat comes over to greet you. Istanbul is truly a city of cats. These feline residents can be seen everywhere in the city's streets and alleys. But don't worry about them going hungry. Many locals leave food and water out for them, and shopkeepers often set up resting spots for cats outside their stores. It's clear that the cats here live carefree lives. Istanbul's cats live in a semi-domesticated state, friendly with humans, yet retaining their freedom, creating a comfortable boundary between them. This balance might just be the perfect metaphor for human relationships too. If you get tired from all the walking, hop on a red tram to Taksim Square, where you can find a cafe and indulge in some goat milk ice cream and salty yogurt, a different kind of taste experience. Taksim Square. At the center of the square stands the Republic Monument, commemorating the founding father of Turkey, Ataturk. The square has witnessed both the glory and sorrow of Turkish history, and has been the site of countless cheers and tears from Turkish football fans. Whenever the national football team plays, many fans gather at Taksim Square to cheer for their heroes. At this point, you might be wondering, why isn't Istanbul, with all its significance, the capital of Turkey? As the crossroads of Europe and Asia and the gateway to the Mediterranean, Istanbul has always been highly coveted by invaders. To safeguard this city, the Turkish government moved the capital to Ankara in 1923, when the country gained independence. It seems that cities, like people, must sometimes seek a lower profile to survive. If you ever get the chance to visit Istanbul after the pandemic, make sure to take a cruise along the Bosphorus Strait at sunset to witness Istanbul's breathtaking beauty in the golden light. Though the glory of this former imperial capital may have faded, its beauty remains awe-inspiring. No matter the wars or conflicts, no matter how chaotic the world may become, Istanbul will forever be that serene shade of blue before your eyes. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe to our channel for daily updates as we continue to explore new cities together.